Right on time. Hello, everyone. Why am I tell you I'm happy to be here? My name is Bill Naughton Jr. I'm a singer-songwriter from East Hampton, not too far from here. I do write my own songs, but I'm not going to sing my own songs today. I'm going to sing the Classics and Standards Christmas show, because it is Christmas Eve. And it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and we're starting to feel the Christmas spirit even more today than we did maybe a couple weeks ago. I've been on a Christmas tour. I've been doing Christmas shows for about 3 weeks now, and this is number 15. And I have one more this afternoon in Glastonbury, and that'll be it for me this year. 16 Christmas shows. And I just love doing that, and I'm so happy to be here. And look forward to seeing you all sing along some of these songs that I know you remember. I know you're going to remember them because we sing them every year. You hear them on the radio. And speaking of the radio, I used to be a radio disc jockey, so I like to talk on the microphone. And I like to explain the songs, give you a little history behind the songs. So I'll be doing that, and maybe you'll learn a thing or two. Sing along with me, please. You don't have to sing loud. If you want to, that's fine. But you can sing softly. If I see your lips moving like that, and the doggy can sing too, yeah, then it makes me feel good. And I want to make y'all feel good. I want to feel good. We're going to have a good time on Christmas Eve morning. So this song goes back to 1951. It was written by the great songwriter Meredith Willson, who was very famous for writing a song called Till There Was You. Do you remember that song? There were bells on a hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all, till there was you. Well, he wrote this song too. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I like to do this first because it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And it's a good song to start with. And I think you all know it. So I'd appreciate it if you sing along softly if you want, sing out loud if you want. Let's have some fun, okay? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere I go. Take a look at the 5 and 10, glistening once again, with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, toys in every store. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a horn that toots is the wish of Barney and Ben. Dolls that will talk and go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. There's a tree in the Grand Hotel, and one in the park as well, the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you'll sing right within your heart. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. So you wanted me to keep singing it, but that's my version of it. I end right there. It is beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and that's a good song to start with. And here's another good song to do after that. It was written in 1943, and it was introduced in a 1944 musical by Judy Garland. Judy Garland sang this first in a musical called Meet Me in St. Louis, if anybody remembers that, back in 1944. Frank Sinatra recorded it, actually asked for a little change in the lyrics because he didn't like the word muddle. Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow. Frank Sinatra didn't want to sing that. He was doing an album called A Jolly Christmas, and he said to the songwriters, "Jolly that line up for me a bit." And so they wrote this line that goes, "Hang a shining star upon the highest bough." And that's where that line came from, and that's in the song all the time now. But it wasn't originally the idea of the songwriters, and to tell the truth, they didn't really appreciate the fact that they had to change the line. But when Frank Sinatra asks for a line to be changed, it usually is. So here's a song called Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, which is my wish for you all. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who were dear to us will be dear to us once more. Someday soon we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough. So have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Thank you very much. Did the doggy like that one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good,
But
good.
I just got for Christmas.
Isn't
New socks.
that nice? Everybody needs a new pair of socks. I certainly do. I'm looking forward to that. Well, here's a song that goes back to 1958 when it was recorded by a 13-year-old young singer named Brenda Lee. Brenda Lee recorded Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree when she was 13 years old. And within a few years, it became a pretty big hit and gets played every year around this time. But last year, for the first time since it was released in 1958, 66 years later, it became the #1 song in the United States. And Brenda Lee was 13 when she recorded it. She was 78 when she saw her song become #1. And I think it's going to go to #1 this week too. Mariah Carey is, her song is very popular and it usually hits #1, but last year Brenda Lee bumped her out of the #1 spot and had the #1 song. Written by the great Christmas songwriter Johnny Marks, this is Brenda Lee's hit, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. Rockin' around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rockin' around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly. Rockin' around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly. Rockin' around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. That's a good one. As I said, written by the great Christmas songwriter Johnny Marks, who wrote so many great Christmas songs. He wrote Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which I'm going to play in a little while and tell you a little story about that. And he wrote this one too, and A Holly Jolly Christmas. And the thing I admire most about Johnny Marks, and I really do, is the fact that he was a Jewish man who wrote all those great Christmas songs. I think that's a pretty cool thing. Johnny Marks wrote A Holly Jolly Christmas, and the hit in 1964 was by Burl Ives, who had a lot of hits with Christmas songs, maybe second only to Gene Autry, who I'll talk about in a little while. This is A Holly Jolly Christmas, a good song to all sing along to. Have a holly jolly Christmas, it's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Ho, ho, the mistletoe, hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. That's a very short song, and I like it so much I'd like to sing it again, if it's okay with y'all. Can I sing it again? Have a holly jolly Christmas, it's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a glass of beer. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Ho ho, ho ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss him once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Thank you. Thank you very much. I like to do a couple songs that I call church songs, because there's a reason for the season, as we all know, and a lot of us remember when we were younger, even when we were a little older maybe, singing songs in church, and they bring back memories, and it's nice to sing those songs these days too. This one was written as a poem by Isaac Watts back in 1719. It was not originally intended to be a Christmas song. It was originally intended to be a song about the second coming. But it turned into a Christmas song, and it's one of the most popular songs in the world. He wrote a poem in 1719, and then 129 years later, music was put to it in 1848 by the American composer Lowell Mason. This is Joy to the World. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Let all their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat, repeat the sounding joy. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love. First verse again. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and heaven and nature sing. Thank you. So here's a song that was inspired by the Salvation Army bell ringers. We've all seen them out there this time of the year. Jay Livingston and Ray Evans, songwriters, saw the bell ringers and decided to write a song about bells. And they wrote the song, originally titled Tinkle Bells. But this was 1950, and tinkle had a different meaning. And so people thought, maybe you shouldn't name it Tinkle Bells. So they changed it to Silver Bells. And that's the title that we know, the great song that we sing every year around this time. Bing Crosby and Carol Richards sang it first in the movie The Lemon Drop Kid, back in 1950. This is a great song to sing along to. This is Silver Bells. Silver bells, silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring, soon it will be Christmas Day. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a the kids rush. This is Santa's big day, and above all this bustle, you hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Sooner than we think, right? Tomorrow. This will be Christmas Day tomorrow because it's Christmas Eve today. Okay, Silver Bells. There's a song I like to do after Silver Bells, another bells song. Can anybody think of another bells song?
I can't remember.
Jingle bells.
Jingle Bells, you got it, thank you. You win. I don't know what you win, but you said it first, so you win. Jingle Bells, written in 1850, not 1950, 1850. One of the best known and famous songs in the world. Written in Massachusetts at Simpson's Tavern in Medford, Massachusetts. And in front of Simpson Tavern, there's a bench with a plaque on it that says, Jingle Bells was written here. In 1850, it was written, originally titled One Horse Open Sleigh, but it became known as Jingle Bells, and that's what we call it today. Originally, it was thought to be a Thanksgiving song, because I think it was written around that time, but there's no mention of Thanksgiving, and there's no mention of Christmas. It's a true seasonal song, a holiday song, that gets played and sung every year around this time, from maybe October, November, December, January, February, when it's winter. So let's all sing Jingle Bells, because I know we all know it. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, over the hills we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirit bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or so ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed his lot. He got into a drifted bank, and whoops, he got upside. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Thank you for singing along. So Silver Bells, Jingle Bells, and there's another Jingle Bells song that I think of when I do those two songs. Anybody know another song about a jingle bell?
Jingle bell rock.
Jingle Bell Rock, there we go. I knew somebody would get it, thank you. Written in 1957 and recorded by Bobby Helms, who has the best version of it. It's been recorded by a lot of people. But Bobby Helms' version is so great that he recorded it again in 1965 and then again in 1967 for various projects. It's one of the best-selling Christmas songs of all time. It's been done by a lot of people, but as I said, the Bobby Helms version is the classic and the best version. This is Jingle Bell Rock. Maybe we can all sing along to this one too, right? Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell swing, in jingle bell ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle bell hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet, jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle in the jingle bell beat, that's the jingle bell rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square in the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet, jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle in the jingle bell beat, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell rock. Jingle bell rock. Always a favorite. Thank you very much. So now a couple real classic Christmas songs that go back to this one goes back to 1934, and it was first recorded by Richard Kimber, but then Guy Lombardo and his orchestra had a big hit with it in 1934. And then in 1947, like 13 years after those hit records, there was an adjustment to the second verse made because the songwriters wanted to adjust the verse to appeal more to children. You know, I'm talking about Winter Wonderland. And in Winter Wonderland, in the first verse, we have a snowman who was Parson Brown, right? Well, now the new verse that was written, the adjustment that was made in the second verse, the snowman is a circus clown. And they wanted to make the song appeal more to children. And then Johnny Mathis was the first one in 1958 to join those two verses, sing that change in the second verse, and that's the version that we are very familiar with today. Because whenever you hear Winter Wonderland, you hear Parson Brown in the first verse and the circus clown in the second verse. But it wasn't always that way. It was after the Johnny Mathis version in 1958, but the song was written in 1934. And we all know it, so let's all sing along with Winter Wonderland. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful night, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire, to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful night, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kitties knock it down. When it snows, ain't it thrilling? Though your nose gets a chillin', we'll frolic and play the Eskimo way, walking in a winter wonderland. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. Beautiful night, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland. One more time. Walking in a winter wonderland. Winter Wonderland. It's a holiday song, right? Not necessarily a Christmas song. You can sing it all year long if you want to. And here's a song that gets sung many times in different places in the world during the winter. This was written in the summer of 1945 during a heat wave in California. I guess Christmas songs need to be written in the summer so then you can get them into the studio and record them in time for Christmas. So this was a 1945 song written in the heat of the summer in Los Angeles. It's called Let It Snow Times 3. No, actually, it's called Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. But sometimes I make a joke out of that. Let It Snow Times 3. There's no mention of Christmas in it. It gets played every year in November, December, January, February here in the North American part of the world. And then in the South American part of the world, it gets played during their winter season, which is June, July, and August. That's what they call winter. And they think it's cold when it gets to be about 45 degrees. They have no idea that, like yesterday, it was we woke up, it was single digits, right? It was 3, 4, 5 degrees wherever we were. That's cold. Not 45, but maybe 5. But anyway, Von Monroe had the big hit with this back in 1946. There's over 200 versions of this, and everybody who does a holiday album tends to do this song. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let's sing it again. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. One more time. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Thank you, thank you. So another one of those songs that we talk about, we sing because of the reason for the season, they say, right? This is one of those songs that I call a church song. But it's a beautiful, beautiful song that was written in 1865 as a poem because an Episcopal priest in Philadelphia named Father Philip Brooks went to Bethlehem. And when he came back, he wrote a poem in 1865. And 3 years later, his church organist asked him if he could write music for the poem. And so together, Philip Brooks and Louis Redner wrote the song, O Little Town of Bethlehem. And they decided to perform it at their midnight mass in 1868 at their church in Philadelphia. And they did, and it was well received, and they were proud of it, but they never thought that anything more would become of the song. Little did they know that it would become one of the most popular and beloved Christmas songs of all time. This is O Little Town of Bethlehem. O little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. Above the deep and greenless sleep, the silent stars go by. Yet in the dark street shineth the ever together proclaim the holy birth, and praises sing to God the King, and peace to all on earth. Thank you very much. Beautiful song, beautiful melody, nice poem set to music. And the last line, peace to all on earth, brings me to this song, which was written as a song, as a plea for peace. In 1962, during a difficult time in the United States, a time that has become known as the Cuban Missile Crisis. Remember when Russia wanted to put missiles into Cuba and President Kennedy said no, and he put a naval blockade there, and people were really scared that there was going to be a war breaking out over that. But as history has taught us, Nikita Khrushchev blinked, the ships turned around, went back to Russia, and there was no war. But a lot of people were very concerned, and during that time, a record company asked songwriters Noel Regney and Gloria Shaney to write a Christmas song. And they accepted the offer, but they didn't have any Christmas spirit. They didn't know how to write a Christmas song during that very scary time. But they were professional songwriters, and they did write a beautiful song. And in the song, last verse, they said, "Pray for peace, people everywhere." And that was the reason they wrote the song, to build up to that, pray for peace. They said, after they wrote the song, they couldn't perform it themselves anymore. They couldn't sing it. It was too emotional for them. But they liked the version that Robert Goulet did, because he kind of shouted that line, "Pray for peace, people everywhere." And they said, that's the reason we wrote that song. So this is a beautiful song. I think it's my favorite Christmas song these days. I certainly do like singing it. And it's called "Do You Hear What I Hear?" Oh, you love that. Thank you. Every time I say that, somebody says, "Oh, I love that song," and you were the one that said it today. Thank you. Oops, I dropped my pen. That's never happened. Okay, here we go. Said the night wind to the little lamb, "Do you see what I see? Way up in the sky, little lamb, do you see what I see? A star dancing in the night, with a tail as big as a kite, with a tail as big as a kite." Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, "Do you hear what I hear? Ringing through the sky, shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? A song, high above the trees, with a voice as big as the sea, with a voice as big as the sea." Said the shepherd boy to the mighty king, "Do you know what I know? In your palace warm, mighty king, do you know what I know? A child shivers in the cold, let us bring him silver and gold, let us bring him silver and gold." Said the king to the people everywhere, "Listen to what I say. Pray for peace, people everywhere. Listen to what I say. The child sleeping in the night, he will bring us goodness and light. He will bring us goodness and light." Thank you. Thank you very much. So pick up the tempo a little bit now and do some songs, maybe songs about Santa. Songs that I remember my parents singing to me when I was a little kid. I sang them to my children when they were little kids. And I think we all probably did the same if we had children, or maybe we sang them to other children, nieces, nephews. But these are songs, they're mostly children's songs, but they bring back memories, and that's why I like to do a few of these right now. This one was a hit by Gene Autry in 1947. And he got the idea for this when he was watching a parade in Los Angeles. I don't even think it was a Christmas parade, because there was a horse coming down the street in the parade, and the rider on the horse had a long beard. And the children around Gene Autry, who was watching the parade, started to shout, "Here comes Santa Claus!" Now it wasn't Santa Claus, but Gene Autry got the idea to write a song called "Here Comes Santa Claus," because the children yelled that when they saw the rider on the horse. Now it's a very simple song. There's only one verse to it that I know of. And I'm going to do that for you right now. And I think we all remember this. We can all sing along like we used to do. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeer pulling on the rein. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. Hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Well, that's a Christmas Eve song, isn't it? Santa Claus comes tonight. Gene Autry said when he first wrote the song, he didn't say Santa Claus. He wrote it as Santy Claus for some reason. Santy Claus. So let's sing it again like that. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeer pulling on the rein. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. Hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Gene Autry had a lot of big hits, a lot of Christmas songs. Here's a Christmas song that Gene Autry had a big hit with. I think you're going to remember this one. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws, out jumps good old Santa Claus, down to the chimney with lots of toys, all for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Oh, up on the housetop, click, 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 down to the chimney is good Saint Nick. Sometimes I hear that as up on the housetop, and sometimes I hear it as up on the rooftop. So let's sing up on the rooftop. Up on the rooftop, reindeer paws, out jumps good old Santa Claus, down to the chimney with lots of toys, all for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the rooftop, click, 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 down to the chimney, it's good Saint Nick. A couple Gene Autry songs. And Gene Autry also had the hit with this, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It was written by the great Christmas songwriter Johnny Marks, who I talked about before. And Johnny Marks got the idea from looking at a coloring book that his brother-in-law wrote. For Montgomery Ward Department Store, Montgomery Ward commissioned Rob May to write a Christmas coloring book. And that was Johnny Marks' brother-in-law. So they were looking at the coloring book, and Johnny Marks was getting an idea to write a song about a reindeer because there were reindeer in the coloring book. And they kind of brainstormed a little bit to come up with the name for the reindeer. At first they thought maybe Rollo the Red-Nosed Reindeer. No, they decided not to call him Rollo. Then they thought maybe Reginald. No, not that either, right? Then one of them thought of Rudolph. And they said, that's it, Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And Gene Autry had the big hit with it. And there's an introduction to this that you don't always hear. Most of the time I think you probably do. But you don't always hear this because some people jump right into the verse. But I'm going to do the introduction so that we remember how the song was actually written. You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Bum, 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 bum. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. That's so short. You know what I like to do with real short songs? Sing them again. Let's sing it again. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? And how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Thank you very much. That's a fun song. And here's another fun song. After the success of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, back in 1950, songwriters Steve Nelson and Jack Rollins wanted to write a song kind of like that, but not about a reindeer. They decided to write a song about a snowman. Frosty, right, Frosty the Snowman. Another seasonal song, no mention of Christmas, gets played in November and December and January and February. And guess who had the hit? Gene Autry. Gene Autry recorded this right after he did Rudolph. He had a hit with Frosty the Snowman. It's been done by many people, but Gene Autry had so many great Christmas song hits. We always like to think of Gene Autry when we think of this song. Frosty the Snowman. A real fun story, well-written, a well-written story song. And I think we all know the words, so let's sing along. Frosty the Snowman was a jolly, happy soul, with a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman is a fairy tale, they say. He was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old silk scarf they found. When they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Oh, Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. Thumpity-thump-thump, thumpity-thump-thump, look at Frosty go. Thumpity-thump-thump, thumpity-thump-thump, over the hills of snow. Frosty the Snowman knew the sun was hot that day, so he said, let's run and we'll have some fun now before I melt away. Down to the village with a broomstick in his hand, running here and there all around the square, saying, catch me if you can. He led them down the streets of town, right to the traffic cop, and he only paused a moment when he heard him holler, stop. Oh, Frosty the Snowman had to hurry on his way, but he waved goodbye, saying, don't you cry, I'll be back again someday. Thumpity-thump-thump, thumpity-thump-thump, look at Frosty go. Thumpity-thump-thump, thumpity-thump-thump, over the hills of snow. Thank you, thank you. One more in this little children's set, if you will, but songs that bring back memories from having children around the Christmas tree, right? This was written in 1934, and it was first performed on the radio, because that's the way it used to be in 1934. If somebody had a cool song, they'd find a radio show to perform the song live for the radio audience. And if the radio audience said they liked the song, they'd rush into the studio, make a record, put it out there, and everybody would buy it. So in 1934, Harry Reisner sang this on the radio and played a banjo. So it was a banjo song. And it was so popular that right away they made a record with Tom Stax on vocal, and Eddie Cantor had a big hit with it also in 1934. This is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. It's been done by a lot of people, of course, including the Crystals, who had a pop hit with it on Phil Spector's Christmas album in 1963. And also around that same time, the Four Seasons had a big hit on the pop radio with Santa Claus is Coming to Town. But they weren't the only ones. In 1985, Bruce Springsteen sang this song in a concert that he was doing right around this time. He surprised everyone by singing Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And he did it very, very differently. He sang like, Santa Claus is coming to town. Have you heard him do it? The Bruce Springsteen version is very unique, and it's kind of cool. It's very cool, actually, but I can't do it like that. I'm going to do a more traditional version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's taking a list, he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. With little tin horns and little toy drums, with fruity toot toots and rummy tum tums, Santa Claus is coming to town. And curly-haired dolls that cuddle and coo, elephants, boats, and kitty cars too. Santa Claus is coming to town. The kids in girl and boy town will have a jubilee. They're gonna build a toyland town all around the Christmas tree. So you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. One more time, everybody sing. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Bruce Springsteen. So now we get to the most popular Christmas song of all time. Actually, the best-selling record of all time. Bing Crosby's record of White Christmas is the best-selling record of all time. No record has sold more in the history of records than Bing Crosby's White Christmas. And other people have sung it too, of course. It was written by the great songwriter Irving Berlin, who wrote so many great songs. He wrote one of my favorite songs, Blue Skies. And Irving Berlin wrote God Bless America. Imagine that. What a great songwriter. He wrote White Christmas. And it was in the 1942 musical film Holiday Inn. And that's where the Bing Crosby version comes from. Bing Crosby and Fred Astaire sang it in that Holiday Inn movie. And then it went up to number 1 on the charts when Bing Crosby recorded it. And it was number 1 almost every year in the 1940s. Originally in 1942, but it was number 1 in 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. It was like a number 1 song all through the 40s and has become very popular, of course, around this time of the year, every year. There's an introduction to this, which doesn't always get sung. Like Rudolph, there's an introduction that doesn't always precede the song. In fact, when the Crystals did the song, they put this introduction in the middle of the song, which is not really an introduction if it's in the middle of the song, right? But I'm going to do it for you now, and I'm going to recite it because it's like a poem. And then I'm going to sing White Christmas. But this is what Irving Berlin wrote. The sun is shining, the grass is green, the orange and the palm trees sway. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills, LA. But it's December 24th, and I'm longing to be up north. It is December 24th. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the one with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Thank you. So now I'm going to do a little medley. I like to do medleys. When I do my classics and standards show during the year, I do sometimes 4 songs in a row without stopping. I go from one to the other, and it's a surprise when I first do it. And then you always like to hear it again and again, because it goes from one song to the next, and I don't stop. I just keep going, and you get 4 songs in the space of 1. Well, I'm going to do 2 songs right now that I put together, kind of like a creative mix of these 2 songs. This one is the Paul McCartney song from 1979, Wonderful Christmas Time. Does that ring a bell? Do you remember that song? You hear it on the radio, Wonderful Christmas Time. Sometimes I have to start playing it before people actually remember what it is, but it's called Wonderful Christmas Time. It was written by Paul McCartney, and he recorded it in 1979. A lot of other people have recorded it too, so you may hear other people than Paul McCartney sing it. But every year, from what I understand, it makes about $400,000 in royalties for Paul McCartney. And it's been out for 45 years. So if you do the math, $400,000 a year times 45 years comes to $15 million just for writing this very simple, very, very simple song that gets played a lot this time of the year. And I'm going to mix it up with a traditional Christmas song, which is an old Welsh melody that everybody knows called Deck the Halls. And it kind of surprises you when I roll right from one to the other. But I really like doing this. So this is Wonderful Christmas Time. The mood is right, the spirit's up, we're here tonight, and that's enough. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time, simply having a wonderful Christmas time. The party's on, the feeling's here, that only comes this time of year. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time, simply having a wonderful Christmas time. The choir of children sing their song, they practiced all year long. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. The word is out about the town. Raise a glass, don't look down. We're simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. The children sing their Christmas song. They practiced all month long. Fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us. Fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus. Fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure. Fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure. Fa la 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 la. Put those 2 songs together. Came out pretty nice, huh? So now one more medley, and that'll be the end of my Christmas show. I try to do it exactly an hour, and I think it's going to work today. This was written in Oh, well, a long time ago, actually. Not that long. It's not the 1800s. It's 1935. It was done by Arthur Worrell, who was a conductor, and he did it with his University of Madrigal Singers in 1935 at a university. And it was completely unknown before that. And now everybody knows it. And I'm going to mix it up with a song that was done in 1970 by Jose Feliciano. And it's one of the most popular Christmas songs, Feliz Navidad. So these two songs are my Christmas wish for you all. We wish you a Merry Christmas, and Feliz Navidad, which says, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. So these are the Christmas wishes that I send out to all of you, and I want to thank you for being such a great audience. I really like coming here and playing for you today, and I look forward to talking to the staff about coming back and playing some other songs for you during the year. Okay? I'll do some classics and standards. I'll do King of the Road, and Sweet Caroline, and Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, and songs like that that you love to sing along to. So anyway, here's my final song. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you. Thank you for being a great audience. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Look at that.
Good timing.
I did an hour. That's because I used to be a radio disc jockey. And I used to have to back time the music or whatever I was saying to a precise second at the top of the hour. Because at the top of the hour, it went dee 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 dee, CBS News. And I learned how to do that perfectly. And that's why I could do a Christmas show for exactly an hour. Thank you very much.